Hey, how's it going? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to some more Rise of the Three Kingdoms. We are diving back into this awesome Medieval 2 mod with a online battle. Today we have the forces of Cao Cao who are looking to go ahead and stamp out this mountain fortress and stick his dominance over the region. Defending it is the Imperial Han with a pretty a high wealth of elite soldiers, these Northern Army Tiger Cavalry, which look extremely scary. Alongside that, they also have a ton of this heavy infantry as well, some Imperial Guard spearmen who can form some pretty nasty formations. However, Cao Cao has come prepared as he has brought himself a Thundercat right here, or Thundercart, sorry, right there, and also some of these awesome Tiger infantry, which I'm sure will be storming the walls with all ferocious force. I think Cao Cao is also here somewhere. I don't know whereabouts he is. Oh no, it just looks like we just have a general cavalry, so a normal one. Oh my god, look at these hand shock troops as well. Holy crap, these guys look insane. Very, very cool indeed. I like them a lot. So yes, if you guys want to go ahead and see more of these battles on the channel, do let me know in the comments down below, and obviously by dropping a like on this video. There's so many amazing maps that we can do, and I think the combat in Medieval 2, even though it does look a bit outdated, and I honestly don't think it looks that bad, it still is super fun to see and fight. So yeah, if this video gets, I don't know, like 300 likes, we'll do a bigger kind of 2 vs 2 or maybe even a 4 vs 4 siege battle on some of the more cool custom maps. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below, and yeah, I really appreciate it. So let's dive into this one. So yeah, we've already looked at a few of the infantry. I think it's just time just to go all the way in, and we'll see more of the attackers and the defenders as the battle does progress. So the kind of first initial task for Cao Cao is basically to make it across this bridge and moat and get his siege equipment onto the walls. Once he starts fighting over the walls, then that'll be pretty beneficial. He also has his own artillery looking to take out the Thundercart of the defenders from the Imperial Han. The Imperial Han, though, obviously have their bowmen or swordsmen set up there, but I know they do also have their bowmen right here, which are going to be volleying down, which just looks so kind of cool. Look at that, man. Looks awesome. Volleying down on the attackers as they come over the bridge. What's not to love? Man, I love Medieval 2, it is so awesome. And then we have, obviously, the attackers as well, making their way across this bridge with all their force they can. I mean, there's a lot of missile fire coming in from every single side. Yeah, they're going to be taking heavy casualties. I mean, oh my god, look at the casualties they've taken right here. Cao Cao also has a force deployed over onto this right-hand side as well, which is coming over with its own Thundercart, some more infantry, and a battering ram as well. So he's looking to completely kind of hit the fortress from two sides, which I think is a pretty smart idea. You don't want to funnel down in these battles because you will just be cut to pieces by the defenders. But the defenders definitely do have the advantage as more artillery goes out, ripping through the ranks. Oh my god, yeah, ripping through these forest crossbowmen right here as they reload once again to go ahead and put down some fire. But yeah, that defensive force up there has a pretty nice position. As you can see, they're just doing so much damage, and they're also, I think, protected by the they're protected pretty much by this kind of, I guess, top as well. You can see some of the arrows coming down, hitting the guys who aren't necessarily protected back here. But overall, it's a pretty good defense as the artillery gets another perfect hit. My god. So we now have the battering ram that has arrived at the gates. I mean, that looks so good. Look at that, man. God, I love Medieval 2. It's so much fun. Just having the archers up there. And the thing is, the stuff that they've done with these mods is so impressive. It really, really is. You definitely cannot fault them for anything in this, because Medieval 2 is just great. So the gate is going to be getting smacked down. So like a little bit of clipping right there, I think, as it gets hit. It kind of goes to its other model. However, we have some hand pikemen here ready to defend the breach as soon as it comes in. So I doubt Cao Cao's going to be able to break through this immediately. He does also, though, have ladders at the wall, and he's got some pretty good infantry coming up here. Some of the Tiger heavy infantry, and I'm sure there'll be enough to break through some of these hand light swords. There's just kind of a small contingent of infantry here to kind of prevent this battle from really getting out of hand. But I think the main focal point right here is to defend the gatehouse. If the gatehouse is defended, then they're a lot better off. And then they can also get their own archers onto these walls as well and start firing down onto the defenders. Because as you can see, the defenders are pretty split. You know, they've got these kind of choke points, which obviously is why this fortress is as strong as it is, as you can see the infantry pouring off there. But again, you know, they've kind of split their forces pretty heavily, necessarily, to try and do as much as they can. Again, some more bowmen up here, notching their shots and unloading down onto these soldiers coming up. Again, these are Tiger infantry, so they're going to want to try and kill as many of these guys as they can as they cross the bridge. Oh, we also have some of these awesome troops right here with the huge spears as well. They look pretty nice as they advance forward bit by bit. Obviously, we have the crossbows back here as well. Landing a volley, but again, it's going to be very hard to kind of pick away at these Imperial hand troops onto the upper wall. How is the defense going up here? I mean, the swordsmen are cutting their way through the light hand swords fairly easily. As you can see, these guys, actually no, maybe not. These guys have taken pretty heavy casualties. It seems like the Imperial hand light swords, who have also taken, you know, about 50 men casualties, doing pretty decent against these guys. I was expecting these guys to slaughter. I don't think the archers are actually focusing elsewhere as well. Yeah, the archers are just shooting through this destroyed gate, or the gate was being destroyed. How are they faring on this other side as well? Yeah, the Imperial Han, these are Han armored infantry. They're slaughtering. Are these, yeah, these are still the light swords as well. My God, I was already expecting a lot more from these Tiger infantry. Maybe they are killing a lot more and they were just a lot wounded, but I don't think they haven't lost that many men crossing this. There we go. The gate has been destroyed. It's really nice to see the gate actually being as strong as it was. You know, in the more modern Total Wars, the gate goes down so quickly that it's like, what's the point of even having a gate there? It goes down after like 5 hits. But at least this has been, you know, they've been smashing away on that gate for like a good 5, I don't know, not 5 minutes, but probably close. Immediately going in, though, is the Han shock infantry. This is Cao Cao's elite infantry, and he's going to be looking to make this a big dent in the... I mean, look at how quickly the Han pikemen are going down. Oh, and that is probably why the infantry is going down, just with all this archer fire focusing them in place. You can see a lot of the arrows are missing their mark, but still quite a few of them are finding their mark, hitting the infantry, who have now like been backed off into a corner, being pushed back bit by bit. However, Cao Cao definitely does still have plenty of men in reserve. He has his bowmen, some crossbowmen if he can get them on the wall, that would be pretty good. As his artillery, no, his artillery has crumbled against the Han Imperial pieces of their own trebuchets. And there is some cavalry over here, but again, I guess infantry-wise, he is kind of lacking. Over on the right-hand side, how is he faring? How is he faring? A little bit better, much better on this right-hand side. His infantry are over the walls. The gate is slowly going down, and he's just swarming this. Again, light Imperial infantry, but, you know, we do have some pretty good elite dudes over here. And, you know, plenty more guys to kind of commit to this fight, as well as a lot of bowmen. I mean, really, I guess the strength of this fortress is its walls and its choke point right here. And as soon as that falls, it's going to be downhill. And as we can see, the Imperial Han shock infantry are just doing an amazing job right now. Like, literally an unreal job at just breaking the defenders. As you can see, the more reinforcements of Cao Cao is just pushing through this gatehouse. But the sword infantry, I can't wait to see how many kills these guys get at the end of the battle, because, yeah, they're down to like half strength. And cavalry are flying through. Nice, and Tiger Leopard cavalry are now making their way through the gatehouse itself. That's not a bad move, because if these guys can get into the city, then they can go ahead and harass all of these missiles, which don't really have much defense. The Imperial defense, though, is kind of layered, and they still have plenty of men back here ready to defend. They have their own kind of armored infantry here, and some pretty good infantry as well. Some of the forest spearmen as well, ready to fight and die. The cavalry, though, did an amazing job at breaking through this gap. Nice play there by the attacker, and now he's got this cavalry into the archers. So not only will the cavalry kill the archers, but it also stops the archers from shooting, which is going to be really, really important, because, yeah, the attackers had some pretty hard times getting over these walls and attacking the courtyard. They should be no match. I wouldn't be surprised though if we saw the defender committing more dudes over here. The artillery is coming in. Oh, big hits. Oh, big hits. Oh my God. That was just horrific. That killed so many. That was brutal. The cavalry needs to leave this and charge onto them dudes. Oh, we do have some of the hand cataphracts, though, charging out. And they're going to be going after the cavalry of Cao Cao right now and charging into his side. This is going to be deadly. Yeah, that's going to do some good damage to Cao Cao's infantry. However, we actually even have the hand shotgun is breaking now. The gatehouse has gone down, but oh my god, another massive hit there by the artillery. I'm still so surprised at how poorly the Tiger infantry did up here. And there's not really much more infantry. There's not really a lot of infantry. Yeah, a lot of these Cao Cao's infantry are just simply breaking now. Running into the cavalry to be cut down. I think the defenders have this one on lockdown, unless this can be a big breach. Now, granted, it does look like it's going pretty good for them over on this side. And the balance of power is still really even, so I guess we've still got that to keep an eye on. I was surprised that this wall wasn't broken down by the artillery. It would have been kind of cool to see that. Maybe, like, I don't know if you can destroy these walls, but it would have been cool to maybe see a breach. Yeah, there is, to be fair to the attackers, there's a lot more guys over here. Oh, you can see the balance of power is actually in their favor right now. You can see the percentage. There's been 42% of the defenders being killed and 54% of the attackers being killed, which is not bad. When you're attacking, that's not really that poor. So, yeah, I mean, this battle, even though it looks kind of dire on this left flank, is going pretty well on the other flank. So as long as they can keep them busy here, they'll be fairly well off, I think. And, I mean, this unit has just been shooting. It's finally almost dead now, but oh my god, yeah, there's only 51 of them left, but they have been killing so many of Cao Cao's infantry there. Just such a good overlook and defensive position. The cavalry's going to come out now and seize them off. Oh my god, these archers, these crossbowmen don't know what's about to hit them. I mean, they do, it's right in front of them. It's going to charge them down and just tunnel them into the dirt. If I was them, I'd just jump into the water. I mean, that wouldn't be too good because these archers will then pick you off as well. But the cavalry's going to run these guys down and basically break Cao Cao's, I guess, right flank. Yeah, I guess the break is right flank, which is pretty decent. You know, a nice move there by the attackers. We also have some of the Northern Army Tiger Cavalry coming in. They are going to charge against halberds, getting a nice kind of rear charge off there, which is going to be pretty effective. But I imagine as soon as this combat does kick off now, they're going to get cut down by the defense or the attacking troops because, you know, the cavalry fighting spearmen is not going to be a great plan for them. However, they are keeping them busy and, you know, keeping them in place as the artillery continues to rattle off. It looks like they've had a lot more success over on this side of the wall, because they've managed to basically take the walls like completely. Have their infantry got up here yet? Yeah, there's still some bowmen up here, but these bowmen are basically taken care of as well. And now you have plenty more infantry ready to go in and try and cause some nuisance. So yeah, balance of power is surprisingly in favor. Or is it? I don't know. I don't know in Medieval 2. Is this red bar the defenders or the attackers? Because obviously the attackers are red. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe this red bar is the greens, the defenders. And this kind of tan bar is just the enemy. And that's how it's set up. Kind of weird that if it is set up like that, but maybe it is. Honestly, who knows? So we have more of these hand-armored infantry coming in. And this is, as you can see, against the pikemen, they absolutely demolish them. And I'm sure they'll do the same against these armored hand swordsmen. More of them pouring in. We also have some more elite spears coming in. But, oh, baby! Artillery. The artillery is so brutal in Medieval 2 Total War because it kills like everything in a line. It does some serious damage, like real serious damage. So we have this armored halberdier unit. Oh, we also have some own artillery though. Oh, nice! And they kill both the artillery pieces in one shot. Now that's a money shot right there. I think we're gonna have the defenders falling back now because even though they've been pretty successful over on this side, and they've got like some good infantry here. You know, they have lost their walls now on both sides. With the artillery coming in, and then soon to have the cataphracts right here, the Tiber and Leopard cavalry now coming in, finishing off this artillery crew. We do have some Imperial Guard infantry, though, forming up into shield wall, getting ready to defend this breach. That does actually also buy the infantry, which was over on this left-hand side, enough time to come back in and reinforce this. What do they have in the back? Do they have any missiles left? So, yeah, they do have some more bowmen right here, which are going to be, you know, kind of harassing the attackers as they get closer and closer. And then you also have the spearmen as well. I kind of have a feeling that the balance of power is in favor of the defenders, even though it's red. It kind of makes a bit more sense. But maybe I'm mistaken. You guys can let me know. It's been forever since I last played Medieval 2 Total War. From just looking at the army, like what they have left, I mean, even though Cao Cao does have a lot of pretty decent units left, like he has some elite infantry, I feel like number-wise, he's going to get completely outmatched. He does also have a lot of missiles, though, so maybe he does still stand a chance, because I think he has, what, 3 units of missiles and missile artillery? So maybe I'm completely overestimating the strength of the attackers. God, this unit of Imperial armoured halberds are causing so much of a nuisance as well. But with the spearmen turning up, that's going to be more than enough. Where did the cavalry go as well, out of interest? I think the cavalry just fell back? Or did it charge forward? I think it must have fallen back. But yeah, the Imperial units are going to form up along this side and basically just block this position with bowmen just shooting over in support. And we have the Imperial Hand General back here as well. So I think you can get specific generals in custom battles to come and aid you. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Because obviously in the campaign you have all these custom models for certain commanders. And I think it's the same as well in custom battles as well. Just they didn't choose to bring, you know, Cao Cao or, you know, maybe one of the Imperial famous generals. I don't know what kind of era the Imperial forces are really set in, because I think that's an alternative history, like alternative scenario in the campaign where you get to play as the Han Empire, you know, before it kind of crumbled to the eunuchs and stuff. And the yellow turbans like risen up and took all the power, and they got their own armies and stuff, etc. So I think it's when like the Imperial Hand was still kind of the dominant force. So they're going to be forming up, I guess, a thin line right here. I mean, ideally, you'd look to try and break this left flank right here for the defenders. Because this left flank is kind of the weakest part. You've got heavier infantry along there, but this part right here could be smashed apart. And I guess that's why the defenders are sending some of their armoured halberds over here as well, bringing them to the fight itself. So let's go ahead and just skip ahead a little real quickly until everyone's inside the fortress, and then I'll bring it back to you guys. Okay, guys, the attacking has now begun. The archer fire is coming up. Infantry is being thrown into this fight. Going to be looking to crash upon the Imperial ranks with shock infantry as well. And this isn't actually a bad idea as well, to focus a lot of your infantry on one part of this position, especially when you haven't got as many numbers as you may like. Having all of this infantry here just to kind of hit down and try and batter their way through one position is a pretty smart idea. Especially with this archer fire as well. You can see each arrow is kind of connecting with these defending troops, and every man they kill is going to be very important. So now really it's going to be able to see if these Imperial units can break through, because if they can kill this clump, there's not really a lot left. And I think if they, yeah, as I said, if they can kill this right here, then their cavalry can probably deal with everything else. Granted, there is a unit of pretty elite looking spearmen right here. I mean, they look nice. Look at that. Whew. Defensive spearmen on a choke point. But again, the archers will probably be enough to deal with that as well, because what we've got 2 units of archers back here. Yeah, a unit of crossbows and a unit of archers who are shooting straight, not up and over. When they shoot this straight arc, they do a lot more damage than when you see these crossbows who are shooting up and over. The up and over arc does hardly any damage, but when they shoot straight, they absolutely demolish. And they're hitting these Imperial units on the left flank as well. The unit I said that was going to be really weak and a big gap. And the hand shock infantry are cutting their way through this battle line. Look at that. Look how you can actually, that's one of the awesome things about Medieval 2 as well. You actually see the advancement of the forces. There's a real push and pull in the combat. And as you can see, there has been this day these units making a huge bulge through the defending line. The defenders are like trying their best to kind of encircle them. But as you can see, they've almost fought their way out of this. And now they're just exposing their flanks to the missile fire. Is the artillery still alive? So we got some. This is friendly, right? Or where are they fighting? Oh no! Wow! The Imperial hand units must have brought their cavalry all the way around the mountain pass and hit the artillery. Really nice move here by the defenders whilst the attackers are busy. I mean, I didn't even notice this. Should probably zoom in as well a little bit more so we can see this stuff when I check the minimap. Nice move there by the attackers. Even if they lose their cavalry, killing this artillery is really important, because this artillery could have completely broken the defense. So nice move there. Oh my god, we already looked back and yeah, the Imperial Han units are closing in on Cao Cao's infantry. I think the defenders definitely have this one in the bag now after that, killing that artillery, and now circling around these last couple brave shock infantry. Yeah, they're going to rout. So yeah, this balance of power must be, the red must be the defenders, and the other one. Even though it's a bit weird because the red is obviously always represented by enemies. What is Cao Cao going to do? I think he's going to charge in his general cavalry now. This general has given an oath to take this fortress, and if he fails, he will not return back to Cao Cao. They're going into Imperial pikemen. Wow, into Imperial halberds, I should say. That is not going to fare well for them. Yeah, I think that's all she wrote for this. The defenses were just too strong. I think the attackers put up a pretty good fight, though, managing to break through the outer walls and really put on pressure. Unfortunately, though, they just did not have enough infantry to really go. I think they needed just, I mean, maybe even destroying a part of that wall would have been a big, big push, because they could have thrown through more infantry all in one go. How's the cavalry fight? Is the cataphracts beating back Cao Cao? Yeah, I think they are. I think the Imperial cataphracts still even managed to beat back the Tiger cavalry. I mean, they sound a lot heavier. And now even the heavy archers are being thrown in for one last-ditch effort. You never know. You could spin this story that this was just like a vanguard force. And they were here, they were tasked with taking this position before Cao Cao arrived. But, maybe Cao Cao's going to turn up with a larger force to take this out. And the Imperial Han are going to be defeated this day. Who's to say? Also as well, just a little bit of out of character as well right now. These battles, this was the first battle I got sent in. This was kind of a test battle, so I'm sure, I think this was really well balanced, but I'm sure in future as well, when players get a greater understanding of how strong the units actually are, they'll be able to build, really good armies. Whereas this was just kind of like, oh, I'll grab a bit of everything and see what it's like. Now they know that them shock infantry are deadly, and it's going to be something to focus, for the missiles, to kill them. And also something that they want to get into combat really, really quickly. Yeah, the archers do not stand a chance, especially once these cataphracts get through the gate itself. Have the cataphracts won yet? Oh wait, the cataphracts died? Oh my god, the cataphracts did die. There was so many of them left. Where did they go? There's one. If this one horseman, this is a man of the hour right now. My god, look at him. Just standing victorious over the defeated enemies. It's pretty dope. Look at that, man. The lone horseman. Victory was his this day. How cool was that, man? Yeah, so we have the rest of them. Yeah, there's just some more cavalry right here, fighting away some of the artillery crew as well. Oh no, okay, so maybe they actually came inside the city. Now the artillery crew. The artillery crew is armored with halberds, so they're pretty well equipped to kind of fight off cavalry, but they're just not heavily armored, so they die very, very, very quickly. Yeah, there you go. The rest of the infantry's been down, and this battle's going to be over right now. So let's go ahead and jump ahead to the victory screen. There we have it. The Imperial Han have managed to fight off the enemy warlord and claim victory. Cao Cao's vanguard only has 9 men left remaining in his forces. And yeah, Genki managed to win this day. So unfortunately with Medieval 2, you only get to see the person who sent in the replays kind of statistics for his units. But let's take a look at how many casualties they managed to inflict. So it's this right here. Yeah, casualties inflicted. So we have the Han Cataphracts getting 240, not bad. Also, the Thundercat getting 221. Thundercart, sorry. Don't know why I keep on calling it cat. Yeah, so this did a lot of damage. Infantry-wise, we got some Han armored infantry, 200 kills. Anything over 100 kills is pretty impressive, and you can see the defenders. I mean, Han light infantry getting well over this as well is not bad either. So cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this battle. Be sure to let me know what you want to see in the next one, whether it's city battles, fort battles like this. Do let me know. Be sure to drop a like and a comment if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.